Hey y'all, it's Ashton and welcome back to my channel. I am finally back with another cash envelope stuffing / budget with me video. Sorry if the camera's shaky. But yes, I am back, and if you're wondering, my budget has changed. Some of you may have guessed that is why I did not film last week, because we just kind of had a moment where we realized this just is not working. So, I mean, it was working, but for our living style, I guess is what you would call it, we just had to change it up a little bit. So, we are going to get right into our new style of budgeting. But before we do that, if you're new, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. That way, you can be a subscriber and see any and all of the videos that I post. I'm hoping to start filming more. I know I keep saying that, but it's going to happen one of these days. We're just got to get ourselves in a little routine-y thing. But go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and I hope you enjoy this video. So this is my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. This is my planner I use for budgeting. It's personalized down here in the bottom with my initials. If you would like to get one of these planners, they are actually on sale right now. So I have the description or the link down below in the description box. It is an affiliate link, just to let you guys know, but any of the links in the description box are things that I use on a daily basis. So if you're ever interested in a product, just look down there, click the link, and it'll take you straight to it. We are going to be budgeting for April week 2, and I have not put my stickers in here yet. That is something else I'm still working on. Okay, does anybody else procrastinate? Because me, this girl right here. We're going to be on April week 2, but let me go ahead and explain how our budget is changing. So if you're new, I'm Ashton. I am 22 years old now, and my husband and I do not have kids. We do have a lab. Her name is Macy, and it's just us three. I mean, we do have family and things, but as far as living in our house and our income goes, it's us three, or us two in our lab. We were doing the cash envelope method, which we're still doing, but we've tweaked it to our own. Let's just look back at a month from before. So we would put, I get paid weekly, so we would put 1/4 of our bills into our cash envelope. So by the time that bill come up, we were like ahead a month on our bills. And that was working for a while. But we come to realize that we like to go out to eat unexpectedly. We like to buy things that we want randomly and unexpectedly, and not just one of us, this is both of us. It's just how we do things and what we like. And we didn't want to put ourselves on that strict of a budget, because I am one of those, when I get my mind focused on something, like I kind of take it a little overboard sometimes. And so I was being a little too strict on our budget, I think, for myself, so, and for both of us. So we're going to only cover the bills that are due for that week. I do get paid weekly. My husband gets paid every 2 weeks. So every other week, our budget income chart is gonna look different. It's gonna look like we change it a lot, but we really don't. It's just, this is just how it works for us. So with that being said, let's take a look at what bills we have to cover for this week. Now, I did get paid, let's see, we had like $450 to work with, so we're just gonna put our income as $450, and that is just like an estimated. I got paid yesterday, so some things have come out and it's fluctuated a little bit. So we're with $450 right now, and we need to make sure to cover the bills that are gonna be coming up this upcoming week. So today is the 12th. Happy birthday to my little cousin, Kason, because it is his birthday. But everything that needs covered this week, we need to cover TDS and Car B. And both of us will get paid on the 18th, so we won't have to worry about anything after that. So I'm gonna use this Crayola Super Tip marker, and it is in purple. If you guys do not have Crayola Super Tip markers, let me tell you, you need to get a pack of these. A small pack, a big pack. I like all the pastel colors, so I have 2 of the larger packs. But I have these linked down in the description box. If you do not get anything else that I say on, or like suggest on here, okay, let me rephrase that. You don't have to get everything I say, because don't let me tell you how to live your life. But this is one of my all-time favorite utensils. I use them in my Bible. I use them at work taking notes. I am going back to school and I'm using them as highlighters. This is amazing. I love the Crayola Super Tip markers. They have a good, if you can see that tip on there, so they can be bold or they can kind of be fine writing. Just take my word that these are some of the best markers to use just all around crafting, if you craft a lot. So we have to cover, I'm just gonna make a line where all we have to cover from, I got paid on the 11th, so we have to cover through the 17th. So the only 2 bills that fall in that area are TDS and Car B. So that is all as far as our bills go that we are gonna put money back for. So let's go, I just dropped my marker, but let's go over here. So we have TDS and we have Car B. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab our TDS envelope and I am going to grab our Car B envelope and see what we have in here. Now, TDS is empty. We used that money for something else last week, just amongst trying to get our budget worked how we wanted it to work, so this is empty. But there is money in the Car B envelope. Let's see. There is 100, 200, 20, and 30. So off the top of my head, that is half of our car payment, because every time my husband gets paid, we try to put half of it in there. But the way it falls this week, I've got to put some from my check. So we're gonna put $230 for Car B. And this is the Pilot G2 pen that I used in each of my videos. My all-time favorite black pen. It's very fine writing. It's also linked in the description box below, just to let you guys know. And TDS is 40. So since that envelope is empty, we will need to take care of that. Now, that is, let's see, 230 plus 40, that is 270. That means we still have $180 to work with, okay? I do know that we want to cover gas and groceries. That's a given. Those are things that we have every week. Gas, we put $40 in. Groceries, we're gonna put 80. So minus 40, minus 80. That gives us $60. Now I do wanna leave a buffer in our bank account. I'm not gonna use all $60. We're gonna use probably half of that. So let's just go with 30. So we're gonna fund a few of our cash envelopes. If you would like a video on my cash envelopes, please let me know, because we've gone through them and I think we've pretty much set what cash envelopes we're gonna stick with. But we are going to put some in Macy, medical, and do you want to do Christmas or car maintenance? Let's do Christmas. Okay, so we're gonna put 5 in Macy's. Let's do 20 in medical because I need to pay on a medical bill, and then we'll put 5 in Christmas. So these here are our sinking funds for this week. Now these do change throughout like each paycheck, just depending on how much money we have left after what bills are due that week, which envelopes that we're going to put money in. We're going to have to do it that way for right now. My husband and I are looking at buying a house, so you guys please keep us in your prayers. We have found a house we really like. 2 houses, as a matter of fact, that we're interested in, but it's all in God's hands what He wants to happen. If He wants us to stay here, we're fine with that. If this is part of God's plan and what He wants for us, then we're very excited. So please keep us in your prayers just to keep God lead in this whole thing, because I am very bad at setting my mind on something and be like, oh yeah, that's what God wants. And I don't know myself what God wants. God has a plan for us, and I just want us to live out His plan. So please just keep us in your prayers that everything goes smoothly in this whole process. But anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to get on that. We're going to get back in here. So these are the bills we're covering for the week. These are our weekly expenses. I'm going to write weekly expenses. And these are our bills this week, so that you guys can tell. These are the bills that we have to cover this week. Our weekly expenses we cover every week. And we had enough with a buffer that we could cover Macy, medical, and Christmas. So that's the sinking funds we're going to cover. Let's add that up and see where we are at. Ooh, that is like... This table is like very wonky, like it's not even, so it was making a weird sound. All right, 40 plus 230 plus 40 plus 80 plus 5 plus 20 plus 5. Okay, so that gives us 420. That leaves $30 buffer, so we're good. And I'll just write buffer is 30. All right, so that is our budget this week. This is what we're working with. Next thing that I usually do, so I know how much I need from the bank, I just get a sticky note. This is like a sticky note notepad or something like that from Post-it. I'll try to link it if I can as well. I try to link everything I use because some of you ask where I get it from. And I know I'm curious, like how much these things are, what all people use in like their daily routine when they're budgeting. So if you're interested, please don't mind just looking down there. Or if you have questions, just leave them in the comments. We're going to do hundreds, 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s. I don't have any 50s that I'm going to do this week because the way I want it broken down. But we're going to start with TDS. It's $40, so it gets 2 20s. And I just do tally marks. Car B gets 230, so it gets 2 100s, a 20, and a 10. Gas is 40, so it gets 2 20s. Groceries is 80, so 20, 40, 60, 80. Macy gets a 5. Medical gets a 20. Christmas gets a 5. So there we go. We have 2 100s, 10 20s, 1 10, and 2 5s. So let's add that all together just to make sure it gives us the right amount. 200 plus 200 plus 10 plus 10 gives us 420. All right, so I take this to the bank and then we will get over to our cash envelope stuffing. Okay, you guys, I am back. I've got all... Let me get that hair right there off my printer. Sorry about that. I've got all of my cash envelopes here, all of my cash laid out, and let's go ahead and get into the cash envelope stuffing. So with my list, we're just going to go down in order. Get these. Okay, TDS is empty, so it is getting $40, 20, 40. These cash envelopes did come from my Etsy shop. If anyone is interested, I have added a few different styles and we'll still be adding more. So just stay tuned to see if you're looking for different styles. Car B is next. and it has 100, 200, 20, 30, and it's going to get 230 more. 1, 2, 20, and 30. So now we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 40, 50, 60. So we have $460 going into car B, which is enough for our payment. So I will go ahead and get that paid. Now we're on our weekly expenses. First we have gas, and it still has a 20 in there. So we're going to set that to the side, and gas is going to get 40. So 20, 40. Then we have groceries, and it has $2 left in there. So we're going to set it to the side as well. Groceries is going to get $80. 20, 40, 60, 80. Okay, so now we're down to our sinking funds. Now we're only filling 3 sinking funds this week. First, we're going to go to Macy. She currently has $10, $11, $12 in there, and we're going to add 5. So now she has 10, 15, 16, 17. Then we're going to medical. Medical currently has, let me get that out of there. We have 10, 20, 30, 5, 45, $50 in here, and we're going to add 20. So now medical has 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 65, $70. So yay, we get to pay off one of our medical bills this week. Thank goodness. I have been waiting for that. So we will go ahead and get that taken care of, and you will notice that this will be dwindling down, and we'll have to put more in there. And we have $5 left, and that is going into our Christmas fund. We're going to add $5, and now we will have 10, 25, 35, 41, 42, 43. So we have $43 in our Christmas fund, which is great because it's only April. So we are doing pretty good, I think. And that is our cash envelope stuffing for this week. Now, I know you guys are wondering, Ashton, you've still got $22 sitting to the side. What are you going to do with that? I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that. We are going to put this towards our debt snowball. So, I am going to grab our debt snowball envelope over here. And that will go towards, right now we're paying off our Lowe's credit card. So that is going to go towards it. And we've gotten it halfway down, just a little update. So that's going to help us with it. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if, I know some of you have been sticking with me through this, and thank you so much. I've made a lot of changes already, and my channel just started, but I think this is gonna work a little bit better for us. If not, we'll go back to how we were doing it. But thank you for sticking with me. I hope you stay along for the ride and just see what works best, because everyone is different, everyone lives their life different, and we're just trying to find out what works best for us as we're paying off debt and trying to get a house, and I start school this summer. So we have a lot going on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all, please leave them down in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.